There I was, late at night by myself in my room. It was probably 3:30 a.m. Now, what would happen next would come to change the way I view YouTube. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be in a relationship with a YouTuber, that of which is so obsessed with it that they may ignore you, making you feel isolated and alienated? Synonym. This is exactly the reality I would come to confront. Scrolling through my feed, I would discover a thumbnail and title deceptively setting me up for the potential of one of my favorite YouTube genres. The Get Ready With Me genre is one of the most popular and interesting things on the internet. It allows you to see inside of someone's life, and yet I was deceived. The video begins with the two protagonists setting up the camera, getting ready for their video. What seems to be the protagonist is this lady on the left. Though she is ridiculously attractive, I had to control myself when watching the video. She is played by Antonia Fogg, the co-creator of this video, someone who I believe is on track to become one of the greatest filmmakers of this generation. The character on the right, portrayed by award-winning filmmaker Harrison Hathaway, is setting up the camera for their video. As he pulls his hand away, we witness the two characters next to each other for the first time.
Come get ready with us to go. Come get ready with us to go on a date.
And almost what seems to be the last. The imagery that precedes, I must warn you, is quite disturbing, so please click off the video if you have a issue with dissociation. Antonia's character seems to be zoning out, and the camera is mysteriously repositioned around the room, finally holding focus on her character as she pretends to be present with him. After moments of zoning out, she mentally teleports into getting ready downstairs. Her inability to focus causes a spiral of horrific thoughts. The audience now is forced to confront her confronting herself. Attempting to leave this confrontation, she blasts the hairdryer into her ear, hoping it may ease some of the pain she's experiencing. Finally finishing, she heads upstairs, checking if Harrison's character has officially finished getting ready. But what she is to discover is a horrifying whirlwind of obsessive creativity. He seems unable to connect with her, unable to pull himself out of it, unable to even look at her. So disturbed with the situation, Antonia leaves into her mind, but what is hiding inside seems more horrifying.
How long are you going to keep pretending? Are you going to keep pretending? How long are you going to keep pretending?
A detached mouth, that of herself and potentially her shadow, now confronts her, trying to say that she must not pretend anymore. But pretend what? This is where I became quite stumped. On one hand, it could mean a lot of things. On the other hand, it could mean a lot of things. This is where the depth of the video, the genius of the creation began to strike. I leaned back in my chair in awe of how amazing it was. As I was watching the video, the freakish nature of the obsessive YouTuber is now on full display. As Antonia's character pulls out of her own mind, she watches as Harrison's character is trapped in a whirlwind of a creative and obsessive fantasy. He believes he's designing the greatest YouTube video of all time, therefore initiating his career prematurely, which for some reason is incredibly desirable to him. Finally, after crawling out of her own thoughts, Antonia snaps Harrison out of his.
Where? Because that's really all over here.
You should be leaving now.
I can do one more minute. I'll be done in like one more minute. Sorry.
Though successfully turning to acknowledge her, he persists in saying he needs extra time. Defeated, Antonia leaves to the downstairs, waiting for him to finish getting ready for the date. Yet, his problem is in focus yet again when he sets the camera up to get ready. What confuses me here is if he's actually talking to someone. For some reason, I have this vision in my head of Antonia's character strapped to a chair. Downstairs, Antonia waits and waits and waits, but Harrison's character is stuck in this lucid trance, attempting to communicate with a non-existent audience. Desperate for attention, he calls out, asking for what he should be, staring deep into the camera, unable to see his own reflection. Defeated by the absence of her partner, Antonia's character decides to lay on the floor and wait and wait and wait. Finally, what could be hours later, Harrison arrives downstairs to find Antonia on the ground. Now completely ready to go, he asks her if she is completely ready to go. But thankfully, finally, he's snapped out of it and asks if she's okay. What precedes is what I have read was Harrison's main addition to the script, everything wrapped up into a tight, neat bow, strangely and uncomfortably positive. And in further digging, I heard that Antonia Fogg was initially planning for the internal dialogue and the horror of the dissociation to be more of light-hearted tone. But when Harrison Hathaway was interpreting the script to visually create it, he made it dark, saw a vision of horror, glimpse into an alternate reality where they don't know how to communicate their basic emotions and be mature in an adult relationship. But duly noted, Antonia did write the majority of it. Anyways, Harrison discovers Antonia on the ground wishing to see a movie.
I wanted to see a movie.
What was that? What'd you say?
Movie.
Jonah, we still can, but you gotta get up.
Harry, I'm depression.
Oh no. If you want to see a movie, you're gonna have to get up.
Fine. I think I have decision fatigue.
Good.
But she can't find the motivation to get up, so he helps her out, being a loving and good person. Then, in a bizarre and mind-boggling turn of events, the fourth wall is officially shattered. They both look at me, us, the audience. telling us that we are watching a video that they made. Yeah. Then they make out. Anyways, yeah, that was a total spoof video. I'm gonna make the rest of this, like, I'm gonna make it 10 minutes of just black screen so the video seems longer than it is, so that the audience that actually watches this kind of shit would actually click on the video. I'm gonna make the thumbnail look all cringe, okay? This was a stupid video. I hope you enjoyed. I had an idea. I was schizo ranting while I was walking home, and I thought this would be funny, so I'm just gonna make it a video because I need to follow in creative impulses because I'm still a psychopath.